Hey, Chaundee, appreciate the time. Can you just take me through that moment in the locker room with Coach talking about your 1,000 points? What did that mean, and what did the response of your teammates mean?
It meant a lot to myself and, to my teammates and the coaches, and just to everybody, just, them celebrating my 1,000 point. They didn't really have to coach didn't really have to say all that, but he did anyway. And that just showed how much he cared about me, and he cared how much I do for this team. And, just having my teammates, just being happy for me just meant a lot to me.
We asked Coach on postgame afterward, and he said that you and Mike really bought in right away in terms of not worrying about your scoring. I know you're capable of going out there and scoring a bunch, but how quickly was it for you to be able to realize that the points weren't really all that important if wins were going to come?
No, for sure. I mean, I knew coming here was going to be a sacrifice, and I knew I wasn't gonna have to score a lot or just go out and have 15 or 20 a night, because I know we have plenty of talented guys around myself. So I just had to bought into the role that I'm capable of playing now and continue to play in, and just do anything to help my team win.
Next up is James Hawkins with the Detroit News.
Hey, Sean, I appreciate your time. A couple questions for you. I guess just going into the Wisconsin game, were you aware that you were 1 point away from reaching 1,000 points?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that at all.
Okay. You just found out afterwards, I guess, after the game?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I found out afterwards.
Okay. And then secondly, I guess Isaiah, he's had 3 straight 20-point games, and it seems like he's kind of been a man on a mission as of late. I guess just what have you seen from him offensively these last few games?
Just him being aggressive. Just being aggressive. I tell him all the time to stay aggressive. Even yesterday we were on the same teams in practice, and I'm just telling him stay aggressive, because we know that he's a high level scorer. And like I said, he puts in the work every day before and after practice, shooting, ball handling. He does a lot. So just know that we know that what he's capable of. And like I said, I just tell him to stay aggressive, because when he's aggressive, we're really good.
Next up for you, Chaundee, is Andrew Kahn from MLive, but can you move your thumb?
My fault.
Thank you.
Hey, Chaundee, you've spoken a lot about the family atmosphere at Michigan and what Juwan has done to foster that, but specifically like his coaching, whether it be in game or in practice, skill development. How has that compared to what you thought it might be, when you committed to Michigan?
To be honest, I think it's exactly what I expected. To be honest, I knew that through my Zoom visits I had with the coaches, they told me that they were going to push me to a certain extent and things like that, because they want me to be the best version of myself. And like he says all the time in practice, we do every drill with a purpose. Everything with a purpose is just not just going through just to waste time. So over the past few weeks and beginning of the season, I've been realizing that's really a standing here. And we do everything for a legit reason. Sometimes other schools and some things like that, coaches, they do drills just to buy time, but coach, he has an explanation of every drill and why this can apply to ourselves or in the game.
Perfect. Thanks.
Next up is Connor Brennan from the Michigan Daily.
Hey, Sean B. Thanks for doing this. So you guys have had stretches defensively like you did in the second half against Wisconsin, where you guys are just really locked in. So can you talk just a little bit about what that's like within the huddle kind of, and the mindset you guys have during those stretches?
Yeah, just basically just having our brothers back. We know the defensive tendencies we do every day in practice. So if that's on ball, off ball, we've been in a position plenty of times in practice. So it's just have your brothers back and, believe in the person behind you. So I just think that's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. And then I know you're one of the defensive leaders on the team. So what do you kind of see your role as on defense?
Basically just, to frighten up the offender that's dribbling the basketball, even if that's on ball or off ball, and, just intimidate them. I try to discourage them and not try to let them get into their offense, make them really uncomfortable. And I feel like that's my job. So